Stick around to the end of this video and I'll tell you why you should never put your lime in your Corona bottle, or any beer bottle for that matter, or even your glass, or your Pepsi, or whatever. Alright everybody, it's really important that you know your notes on the fretboard. If you've studied it before but no one's ever really made you or insisted that you learn them, I know you're probably wondering, how's this guy going to make me do anything? We're going to play E, our first string open. Imagine an imaginary fret 0 right here. You don't have to press it, but you know, if you did, then you would put your finger here. Now you must know your musical alphabet, so here it is. On your guitar, the very next note you could play is here on fret number 1. We're just going to be going up by half steps, but the very first note you could play after open E is this one. Okay, well, look at your musical alphabet, find E. What is the very next note? The very next note after E. Great, you got it. Alright, now we're going to play the next note. Alright, so find F, that's where we were, and then what is the very next note after that? Some of you may have guessed G, but actually it's not. There's that black piano key in between F and G, and it's called F sharp. It can also be called G flat. Now, let's play the very next note on your guitar. Should be on the 3rd fret. What is that? We were on F sharp or G flat, remember? What is the very next note? Some of you are going, oh, I see. Now let's play the very next note. After G comes, you guessed it, G sharp. And then the 5th fret, the next note after G sharp, what's it called? You guessed it, A. And then another half step takes us to a black piano key called A sharp, and it can also be called B flat. Nay. Alright, and the very next note after that, you should be on the 7th fret now. If you'd like to count them, it sounds like this. Don't count them, just make this sound on your guitar. It comes after A sharp or B flat. It's a white piano key. You guessed it. It's called B. Alright, now we're moving to the very next fret, the 8th fret. Trick question. What comes after B? Right, C. There is no black piano key between B and C. It's just a half step. The next fret you could play would be fret 9. We were on C, but we've moved up 1 half step. Some people call a half step a semitone. Which do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. Semitone, half step, and why? If you said C sharp, you would be correct. Alright, moving right along to the 10th fret now. You must name it. We were playing C sharp or D flat, and now we're playing D as in dog. Alright, the very next fret would be fret number 11. We were playing D, so what are we playing now? D sharp, also known as E flat. Alright, next, fret number 12. You should have double dots somewhere on your guitar. Maybe you got double dots here, or maybe you got double dots here. 12th fret, because we're back to, now we were playing D sharp, but you tell me the answer now. Yell it out. That's right, it's E. So, we went from E to E. You could practice this. You could practice naming each note. If you need to look at the musical alphabet for a little while or look at the piano, that's fine. Do that. But you won't have to do it for long, I promise. Get familiar with calling those accidentals by their sharp name or their flat name. You could practice using the sharp names as you ascend. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, and E. And then on your way down, descending, you could use the flat names. E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, and E. If you practice that on one string and then each string, you will quickly learn your musical alphabet. You'll begin to really memorize that there's only a half step between B and C, and there's only a half step between E and F. It only takes a few days or whatever, maybe an hour. I don't know how long it's going to take you. It doesn't matter. If you're serious about guitar, you need to understand first how that works and then begin to memorize your notes on the fretboard. You could memorize them up one string. Of course, if you know this E string, then you also know the notes on that E string because they're the same all the way. You could begin memorizing your notes up each string, but an even better way is to memorize them across the fretboard like this. So memorize your notes on the 3rd fret, for example, G, C, F, A sharp, D, and G. Memorize your notes on the 5th fret, A, D, G, C, E, and A. Memorize them like that. 7th fret, B, E, A, D. That's an easy one. B, E, A, D, and then F sharp, and another B. So there's some really easy ones, and you begin to memorize patterns when you see it that way on your fretboard, and then it's easy to fill in the gaps. So spend a little time each day. There's even an app to help you memorize the notes on your fretboard. I hope this helped you understand the musical alphabet. If it did, would you please let me know by subscribing and hitting that bell? You can take one-on-one lessons with me or any teacher here on the staff. Piano teachers, drum teachers, voice teachers, guitar, bass guitar, different styles of guitar, different styles of piano, harmonica lessons, ukulele lessons, and on and on. We would really appreciate it if you would give us a chance to let us show you how we can help you. Most of our teachers are willing to do that for free. We will meet with you and tell you how we can help. Like WhatsApp, or some people use Facebook where we can talk back and forth, and we'll do a one-on-one consultation, give you some practical steps for moving forward. Right, so back to that tip about limes. I'm just like the next guy. I enjoy a lime in my Corona, but I squeeze the lime in a glass and then I pour the beer in, and let me explain to you why. I've waited tables. And I waited tables in other restaurants, and I often had the responsibility of cutting the limes. These limes, they come in a great big box. They're not really sanitary, or they don't look very clean. Even if we wash them, they just don't look, sometimes they look moldy or whatever, I don't know. You put the lime on a thing, you slice it, you throw it in a bucket, and that's how they serve them. Who knows where that rind has been? You don't know. Server doesn't know. Has it really been clean? Where was it laying before it was cut? These types of things. If you put the lime in your drink, just squeeze the lime, pour the beverage in, drink. Do it that way. I don't know. Some of you are going, oh, dude, what are you worried about a little lime? Never hurt anybody. Well, you could be the first. I hope this lesson helped you.